Hey guys, me and Dave. It's 5:30, 2020. So I just thought I would do a little video tonight because America is in an uproar right now. Over the death of George Floyd, the guy that got murdered by the police officer. I watched the whole video on Facebook. It's very disturbing to watch. It's effed up, So there's riots everywhere. Every major city, there's riots. Minneapolis had riots last night. They're expecting another tough night tonight. Los Angeles, Atlanta, Chicago right now. It's going on all over the country. People are angry about what happened to that man, and it's understandable. And they're getting violent, and which is too bad. It can't be peaceful, but they are getting violent and full of rage. People are upset about what happened, and stuff. So I thought I would do a little video about that because I'm up here in Minnesota. Okay, so that happened in my state. I am 2 hours north of Minneapolis. 2 hours north of Minneapolis. We had protests up here today, big protests in my city. We have about 86,000 people. We had a pretty big protest today. It was peaceful. They were keeping the peace and all that stuff. Nothing happened, up here today. But, if you turn on the mainstream news and all that stuff, CNN and MSNBC and all that stuff, they're live everywhere in every major city. Miami, I think it was Miami, and Atlanta, Chicago, Minneapolis, Los Angeles. Everywhere it's an uproar. People are angry and they're expressing their anger over what happened, and it's totally understandable. It's too bad. We don't want people to get hurt out there, and stuff. So it's too bad it can't be peaceful. People are just too angry. They're full of rage and stuff. It's been going on for a long time. All this stuff's been going on for a long time. And then we're dealing with the pandemic on top of it. It makes it more difficult. People don't know where to channel the frustration. So they're doing it on the police. They're out there rioting and doing it on the police and all this stuff, getting their rage out and all this stuff, expressing themselves. It's too bad, like I said before, it's too bad that it isn't peaceful. It's really amazing, to kind of connect this with targeting. It's really amazing that, human life is so valuable. You can't put a price on human life, all right? And this man lost his life, it wasn't a violent crime he was being arrested for or anything like that, It was like check fraud or some stupid thing like that, all right? To kind of connect this to targeting, it's amazing because people are out there out there protesting. They have no problem getting people out there to protest, all right? Across the country, they have no problem gathering people to protest. They could take over the police. The police are outnumbered, all right? All right? To kind of compare it to us, these people don't value human life that are torturing us, all right? They can kill us right now, and they'd probably go throw a party, That's how screwed up society is, all right? And I'll go back to these billboards, okay? They're designed to not get people in an uproar, You know, they want to spoon feed people information. That's not the way to do it. You know, people are being tortured. You know, America needs to see the truth, needs to know the truth, all right? And maybe there would be an uproar, and maybe people would actually get off their butt and say something and protest with us and get out there in the streets if they knew what they were doing to us, torturing people, you know? Instead of, oh, we gotta do baby steps, and we don't wanna, we don't wanna scare people. Let's candy coat it. Can you candy coat it anymore? You know, the billboards aren't doing anything. All right, you know, people are driving past them. Ooh, what's the big deal? All right, now this guy got murdered by a police officer, and America is outraged. You know, but yet we're being murdered and nobody cares. You know, the message that these people are sending out as far as targeted individuals is not working. It's not working. You know, just like Dr. Duncan said on, what was it, Brain Invaders or Conspiracy Theory or whatever it was, that show where Jesse Ventura interviewed him. Dr. Duncan's like, yeah, they're being tortured. He's like, these people are being tortured. You know, America wants to know the truth. You know, we don't need to sit there and candy coat everything, sugarcoat everything, all right? You know, it's not working, you know, and they don't want it to work, all right? You know, it's designed that way. They want this to drag on as long as we can drag it on, you know. 5 years down the road, maybe then we can do something. Blah, 5-10 years, you know what I mean. We need to stop this now. People are dying in our own community, you know, and America would be outraged if they knew what they were doing to us. You know, this would be happening. What's happening right now, tonight, where there's protests and violence and rage and all this stuff going on. If they found out what they were doing to us, this is what would happen. There would be all this outrage. All right, if they found out innocent Americans were getting tortured to death, or half to death, And so I want to I just wanted to compare the two. It's amazing. We can't get help. And human life is, you can't put a value on human life, right? I have empathy and sympathy and everything else for anybody who dies, especially gets murdered. All right, it was all on video. The whole thing was on video. It's really disturbing to watch, and that's why America is outraged. So anyway, I'm gonna cut this off, you guys. I just thought I'd do a little video. It's crazy times out there, you guys. We're living in crazy times. I don't know. Maybe martial law's coming. Martial law could come. Civil war could come. We don't know what's gonna happen. Like I say, we need to get Trump out of there. As far as I'm concerned, he doesn't have empathy or sympathy or anything. I wrote to him many, many times. And I'll tell you something, he doesn't give a shit about targeted individuals. We need to get him out of there. He needs to go. We need to get Trump out of there. He doesn't have any emotion towards Americans that are hurting. Doesn't care. The guy doesn't care. He cares about himself and re-election and all that stuff. He doesn't care about us. He can care about the economy, but he doesn't care about us, the individual, alright? So anyway, that's my opinion on that. Anyway, I'm going to cut this off. I hope you guys doing well and staying safe out there. And it's crazy times out there, you guys. Crazy times. And I'll talk to you later.